Okay, so Lajuju and I met yesterday and worked on some new phrases. Um, and we have Skins and Lajuju's spring hiding names in here. um, so Lajuju's is Hashlai Singai Kwadasla Inu Kintlesh Tlajuju Kion. Tlajuju's spring name is Sparkles Dewdrop. And then we have um, uh, Hayai Kwadasla Hinu Kinte Giskin Kion. Giskin spring name is Raindrop Sunshine. And Lajuju has more nicknames than anyone I know. So
Yeah,
Giskin
people keep naming me things. I don't know why.
gave him a nickname, Yashka. We're not going to say what it really means because we'll get in trouble. um,
Do you
He's
like my,
full
my
of it.
cedar hat? It has a teardrop on it.
funny. Um, but I did see in the elders list of hidden names that it also means raven with a princely walk. Um, so I have Yashka, Kala, Hinu Dlajuju Kyung. Dlajuju's other hidden nickname is Walking Raven. It also means raven with a princely walk.
Skin was laughing
Um,
inside.
okay, we have a bunch of phrases.
And we're going to go
Um,
around the room and say them, right?
we're going to go around the room and say some of them, yes. Um,
Oy.
I like this one. Wait, Talanongshla. Um, this came about when Juju and I are texting, and it brings about more hard kill because you have to come up with responses right out the cuff. So, wait, Talanongshla doesn't just mean, oh, we're playing now. It's also kind of like, put me in the game, coach. Um, and a follow up to that would be the Hishki. I'm ready. This is said the way the elders would say it with no tense ending. So nowadays some people say die Hishkigun, but the elders knew it didn't have to have a tense ending. Die Hishki, I'm ready. So that's the one. That's the version I like to use. Both of them are correct. Welcome to afternoon. Um, let's backtrack. Let's go around the room and say our ID introductions, the short version.
Yeah, because we don't have 5 hours for Skin to tell us his entire family tree.
Yeah. if he had the opportunity, he would probably give us his migration story. And I,
Like
Angwa
Andrew,
Giskin.
sing a doc kit.
Uh,
Okay, I'll go first. Harala Isis Atlan Anasti Lagan. Good people, noble people, I am happy to be here. Rob Yates Hinodikian, and then I'm using this phrase here. Dakjus Iskian Huya Hadas Hinuhat Kishtikian. The Haida names are Dakjus and Huya Hadas. Giskin, Dashwe Gusu.
Hadala Isis, Adlan an Achti Goodnight Log, and Big Bear Alexander Hinudik Yang, Giskin, Hot Kishti Yang. I know, I
How,
forgot the Hinu.
um, Hulagan, Dlajuju,
Adala Isis.
Isiakha,
Wadu Yashka,
Adala Isis. Aklana stikutin guy lagang. Juju. Iskian. Yatka. Hinu di kyang. How
Stashkawa, Stashwe Gusu, your turn.
Harala Isis Atlant Asti Goodnight Lagan Della Hinu Dikiang Stathkawas Hinu Hatkit Dikiang.
Um, and Stashkawas, I did get your email and I'm working on it and I'll go over it with you in class tonight.
Okay.
Okay, how Ta'austanu Dashwe Gusu.
Adela Isis At Tlan An Athdi Gudanai Lagan Crane Hinedik Ang Tau Tanu Hinu Had Kill Di Kyang.
Ta'austanu, you might have already told me, I don't remember how your nickname came about. I know that it's a beautiful name and that it means snow feather.
So my dad's Kiowa, and so my middle name is Snowfeather from the Kiowa side.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, from Oklahoma.
Oh, awesome. I still remember when, um, oh gosh, this was a lifetime ago. It was back in the 1970s. And the school hired a Kiowa lady to come to our school. And she was very, very impressionable. She carried with her not just, not just as a culture bearer, but she brought forth with her a spirit of um, positivity that was really impactful. And and she taught the little kids Three Blind Mice in Kiowa. Um, and it carried forward for a lot of years. I can't remember it anymore. Um, now
That's
I
cool.
want now I want to relearn it. um, but the like the kindergarten teachers, even many years after the Kiowa lady left, um, the kindergarten teachers would teach the first graders, or kindergarten and first graders, um, Three Blind Mice in Kiowa to keep it going. But I don't remember it anymore, but I will always remember the Kiowa lady that came to our school.
That's a cool story. How
Yeah. Okay. Do. Before we jump back into new phrases, because that is a real hodgepodge, I want to bring give a reminder on um, the benefits of self narration. Self narration, which it also includes narration, um, improves fluency. Um, I could feel it when I level up in the language because the brain wants to continue um, thinking in Xaad Kil. Um, there's a higher degree of fluency because it's easier to think and stay in the language. Self narrating on a regular basis helps you remember the vocabulary and sentence framework. You are creating your own personal story through self narration. Therefore, strong memory connections are related to your own experiences. It boosts confidence because you can express what you're doing or thinking or feeling in the language. Um, there's no limits and it feels empowering. You learn faster and you level up quicker. It's easier to go into the target language because of the ease and potential of self narrating. It breaks down the wall between your English brain and your Haida brain or indigenous brain. Uh, Helps to think in Xaad Kil. It becomes much easier to think in a language, therefore, fluency is readily attainable. Helps the brain move away from translating and directly to thinking in the Haida language. There's a organic process in describing your actions and thoughts in real time, making it easier for your brain to form thoughts and sentences. Self narrating naturally integrates the Haida language into your life. The brain relies less on English because your brain is trained to think, speak, and write in Xaad Kil. Language shift. After much exposure and practice to learning, speaking, and thinking in a language, um, the traditional way, it takes thousands of hours or years to get a higher degree of fluency. But with self narrating, it's a faster route. There's a switch that happens where you could think and speak in Xaad Kil instead of thinking and speaking mostly in English. Self narrating reinforces learning with low pressure. There's a feeling of, I want to think, speak, and write in Haida. By continually going back to the Haida language, you keep the spark alive. Um, some people will leave the Haida language behind for weeks or months or even years, and then they say they want to get back to the Haida language, but it becomes harder because they put it aside for so long. But if you keep the spark alive, it makes it much, much easier. Learning the Haida language this way leads to a less anxiety compared to full-on immersion style. With full-on immersion style, you're afraid of what to say, afraid of making mistakes. This way, you could talk to yourself and practice sentence structure without fear of mistakes or judgment. You can improve pronunciation by hitting the tone marks and speaking in your language accent. This can help you sound like an elder. One of my students grew up down south and away from the language. She listened to the elders speaking in Haida, and so she picked up the Haida accent that way. You could also develop a flow for the language. You could also make the language sound more poetic if you choose to do so. For example, Singayan Hunkent Hutlangstlu Xaad Kil Hidade Di Gutgungan. Early in the morning when I'm sipping coffee, I think about the Haida language. So often I say, when we get to this part and we say dlu, to leave a pause. It sounds more poetic. It really does. I mean, our language is already beautiful, but with a flow and a poetic pause, hulagan, that's good. In Lao region, it's a good thing. Learning how to kill via self-narration helps with focus and study. When you are self-narrating, sometimes you'll come across words that you don't know. This helps your brain to focus on a specific area of study. Or your brain will simply think, I also want to know, how would I say this in Haida? Therefore, you begin researching and you know what words to look up. But you'll also keep an eye out for grammar framework, so you'll know how the words are placed in the phrase. Because self-narrating takes place in real time, you could practice it anywhere. You could be driving in your car, working, cooking, traveling, whatever activity it is that you find yourself doing. Self-narrate in that time and space. It's a very convenient way of learning for independent speakers. So in other words, you are thinking and speaking Haida outside the classroom. And the language is being spoken on the land once again. We can no longer use the excuse, I don't have anyone to speak Haida with. And of course, this is one of our Haida phrases from Dr. Al Juice. Hadkis Gusu. Speaking Haida, you folks. Your daily routine is your guide for what you're going to think and speak. It's hard to, it's best to do a play-by-play. So when in the morning when I want coffee, the first thing I'm gonna do, klung halang nai as kagan. I'm walking to the kitchen. Pumpkin Southland, I'm making coffee. Stiljade iskin anga. Um, this is something we do as a part of our daily routine. Skeet cuts us tagen. I'm eating oatmeal. Wait, Tlungel nai as Holkagen. Now I'm driving to work. Aya uch Tlungel aljagen. I am working hard today. Hudai ginwadluan an unse iku. Tlungula digulagen. I enjoy working on computers. Wait, Hogwa Daugai an Skui Tlung Halung Sang. Tonight I will cook chicken for dinner. Askais Kishkai Kishkai Linsong. Afterwards I'll wash the dishes. Wagyan and Sanjuda-san, and then I will chill. Netflix Sun Kialang-san. I will watch Netflix too. For some tips, you could stick up target language notes on items. When you see that item, use it in a sentence. For example, ginkialang is our word for TV. So you might have a sticky note on the bottom of your TV saying ginkialang. And then you could come up with self-narrating phrases to go with that. Hingan Algan, I just sat down. Wait, Kin Kalung Ash Kalungan. Now I'm watching TV. You could carry on a conversation with yourself. We cannot use the excuse, I have no one at home to speak my language to. You could role play or read out loud a scripted conversation. Or, for example, I could be walking down the hallway saying, Klung Halong Nai As Kagan. I'm walking to the kitchen. And then I could be in front of the coffee pot and say, Hunkin Klauson, I'm making coffee. So no excuse not to speak the language. You could tell a story, a real life event in the language. This helps build up curriculum and confidence. Describe how you're feeling or what you are thinking about. I think this is from some scripted conversation I wrote. Ik kut agan dikut gungang. I'm thinking we are all sacred. This makes you think more creatively. You're using more of your brain by being able to express complex thoughts in Haida. You can record yourself on voice memo on your smartphone. Go back to the recording and play it and check on your pronunciation. This also helps you remember the language. Okay. So, sorry, my phone is blowing up today. I like going back to this as it is a good reminder, and I have to keep up on my notes that we went over self-narration, benefits. Okay, now we're going to go back to these new phrases. And okay, some of these I'm just going to read until we go around the room because this is a living document and we added a bunch of phrases and a bunch of phrases got added in the middle. Sunday ga las da'au. Have a good week, everyone. Or have a good week, you guys. Have a good week, you folks, because it's plural. This is singular. Sunday ga la auyas da'a. Have a great week. Sunan dan kilasu. Only say nice words, but it also means only say um, kind words. Kunt wasang. I got this phrase from Dr. Al Juice. Um, there's that video on YouTube, Surviving Sounds of Haida. And in that video, she says, Kunt wasang. I will do that. So this is the negative version. Gum akunt wa angsang. I will not do that. Lejuju says that to me when I say to him, Sunan, don't kill Latsu. Okay.
Oh, Ong.
There's a game called Name Test on Facebook. They said, click on it and we'll tell you, enter your name and we will tell you what your spring name is. So I did, just for giggles. And it said that my spring name was Sugar Biscuit. And I was like, oh, I want to know how to say that in Haida. So here we are. Suga Sabli Hinukintles Gikian. My spring name is Sugar Biscuit. Here we have the Jews. We took the verb bright or to sparkle and made it into a noun, and then used the word for morning because that's when dewdrops occur. And this is a specific singular drop. So Haslai Sinai Quadashla means sparkles dewdrop. So Haslai Sinai Quadashla Lajuju Dan Hanglas and Tlafla. Fix your face. Haslai Sinai Quadashla Hinukintles Tlajuju Kyung. Tlajuju spring name is Sparkles Dewdrop. And then we have geese skin. They
Long
couldn't
coggy
give him.
skin.
They couldn't give him eagle flying with sunshine. No, they gave him quadasla, which means raindrop sunshine. Hayai quadasla hinukinklesh kiskin kiang. Kiskin's spring name is Raindrop Sunshine. And we talked about this one earlier. I'll say it real quick. Yashka Kala Hinu Tlajuju Kian. So Giskin gave Tlajuju the nickname Yashka, walking raven, but also means raven with a princely walk. This phrase is, well, we have the phonetics. I think we'll start here. We'll start going around the room. When you're texting in Haida, you're going to constantly need new phrases, new retorts, more comebacks, more sarcasm, all of it.
Why would you say that, Duck Juice?
Yeah, I haven't the slightest clue.
Ano aji dung sudung.
Wagyan Asisen Dunk Kutkungas. And so then you think so, huh? Even in English, it sounds like it. Wagyan Asisen Dunk Kutkunus. And so then you think so, huh? Wagyan Asisen Dunk, the W is silent, Kutkunus. Giskin, go ahead and say this to Dlajuju. You're on mute.
Oh, Wagyan, Aslisan, Kungos.
Dlajuju.
I like him on mute, really. Wagyan isisan dungku kungus.
Stashkawa, Stashwait Gusu, your turn. Are you there, Stashkawas? Ta'aftanu, Dashwait Gusu, your turn.
Wagyan season dunk gut gunus.
Ulagan. Hungwa, Hungwa, Hungwa. The first half is high tone, hung. Last part is low tone, gua. Hungwa, Hungwa, meaning right. Giskin.
Angwa.
Dlajuju.
Hungwa.
Ta'aftanu.
Hungwa.
Okay. This phrase here, gusu, these two words are always pronounced as one. Hidade. So in phonetics, I try to do hi, and then I just did Dade like in Dade County. I didn't know what else to do. Sometimes phonetics are hard. Oh, and then da has to be pronounced with kamjong because of the HL blend. So we have dash kamjong, dash kamjong. It's a little bit of a tongue twister, not gonna lie. Dash kamjong. You can say it as slow as you want to, it doesn't matter. Because it is a tongue twister. It's almost easier to say it slow. Gusu Hidade dash Kamjong. Gusu Hidade dash Kamjong. What are you yelling about? Giskin.
Gusu hit eight. Gamjam.
Tlajuju.
Rusu. De datlam gamjung. Datlam gamjung.
Ta'aftanu.
Su hide dath gumjong.
Stashkawas.
Gusu gade dach Das Gamjang.
How and we have another tongue twister. Okay, clon. So sounds like lawn, but there's a T in front of it. Clonu. Um, not goot. It's a little shorter. Goot. Maybe like that. Unc. Scute. Ong. Uh, ooh. So clon is stop or quit. Goot, um, each other. On is for. HL is a command marker. Skute on is correlating, and oo makes it plural. Klanu, good on skute on oo. Klanu, these two words are going to be said as one. Klanu, klanu, and then these three words are going to be said as one. Good aunt, good aunt, good aunt, and then skutanu, 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 skutanu. Stop quarreling with each other. Klanu, good aunt, skutanu. Klanu, good aunt, skutanu. Iskin.
Yeah. Banu. Good on. Quick. Ango.
Iskin, I almost wanted to say to you, Dan Hang Las. Dan Hang Las. And Sla Sla. Fix your face.
Yes. Ong.
Finally, someone else besides Glajuju. Um, Glajuju Dashwe Gusu.
Anu gut und Ongu.
Oh, Stashawas.
Planu gut and skutang you.
Ta'aftanu.
Ranu, good aunt, skute on u.
Ta'aftanu. I have a question. So your name Snow Feather reminds me of a swan feather.
Oh,
So, have you ever seen the movie The Joy Luck Club?
yes, I love that movie.
Yeah, me too. One of my favorites. And so the message of the swan feather is this feather may look worthless, but it carries with it all my good intentions. And sometimes that swan feather would be passed down from generation to generation, especially with the parents,
Yeah.
because they wanted um, all the good things for their children. And they didn't tell them about uh, the horrors that they faced back in China.
Hmm.
Um, but they noticed that their daughters were that their daughters knew how to drink Coca-Cola, but they didn't know the Chinese way of swallowing your own bitterness. Um, and so the daughters learned that. And then when they learned that lesson, they became closer with their mothers. Um, but anyways, I'm so glad you know exactly what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I would have looked like a complete fool.
No, not at all.
Okay, we're gonna skip some of these. I'm gonna do some of these. I don't know why I'm gonna need them for ammo, but got a new gum dunk is so it means, oh no, you're not. Um, it could be serious, or you could be teasing someone or giving someone a hard time. Got a new gum dunk is got a new gum dunk is got a new gum dunk is oh no, you're not. Uh, Geese can go ahead and say this to Glajuju.
Ja, nu kan dank isang la juju.
Oh, die guten Geisty. Oh, ihr Gang.
Uh, got a new gum dunk is Glajuju.
Oh,
So
oh,
tag teaming now.
so, ja, so heizlang.
Okay,
Got a new,
Glajuju.
got a new gumdungetly sung.
Um,
Biscuit.
okay, notice how Glajuju was fake crying. We have phrases for that, which we'll get to in a moment. Um, Stuffed hours.
Ga nu gum dunk is
How ta afternoon.
Brand new gum dunk is
Hulagan. I should put the polite translation here first, and yet you are still talking. Now, none of these are meant to be abusive or anything like that. It's just all in good fun, I promise. Wagyan, Awan, Dung, uh, Usu, Gun. So Wagyan means and or and then. Awan means still. Dung is you, and Gusu is to talk, and Gung is the tense ending, present tense. So Wagyan, Awan, Dung, Gusu, Gun. Wagyan, Awan, Dung, Gusu, Gun. And yet you're still talking, or if you want uh, to tease a little harder, you could, the translation could be, and yet you're still running your mouth. Why do I want to call on Lejuju first? But I can't. Giskian.
I want to change that to say cawing.
Change it to what?
Cawing. Caw.
Oh, oh yeah, you could do that. Walking around done Kagan.
Wagen awan dung. Agen.
Lajuju.
Wagyan, awan, dung, gusugung.
Um,
I'd imitate an eagle, but I can't.
Stashkawas.
Wagyan awan dung gusugang.
The afternoon.
Wagyan Owan Dungusugang.
Um, uh, oh, Lajuju. Planu Angu Saisa. Quit pretending to cry. Um, we won't go around the room with that one though. But it's funny. Um, this one is funny because of what it means. Kun is nose. Skuna is stink. So when you have a teary face, you might have mucus coming out of your nose, maybe even a bubble. So and Haida, um, Haida can be pretty descriptive. So done kunskuna, and they do have um, both of the nouns spelled together, like all one word. Ejan, you have a teary face. But if you break down the word roots, it's um, it's like your nose is stinky. So that one is funny. Um, we have a bunch of pretending phrases. Pretending to work, pretending to know it, pretending to cry, pretending to want it, pretending to be busy. Okay, this phrase, um, how did I? Yeah, I think I went like that. Hang on, u, dung, h, d, ishli, dung, gung. Whoops. So gaanu, ingon, dung, h, oh, hingon, u, dung, h, d, ishli, dung, gung. No, I'm just teasing you. So this phrase we do use in everyday life. Anu, hingan u, dung di isli dangam. Anu, hingan u, dung di isli dangam. Isli dangam. Giskin.
Anu hang on. Dung echte dangung. Wow.
Slajuju.
Kaanu hingyanu dangis di isli dangang.
How Stashkawas.
Gaano hingan u dang dang us di isli dangan.
Ta'aftanu.
Hing on Udong Esti Itli Dungan.
Okay. This one is also funny. Because they are using broth or liquid or tears. And the verb here, it's usually the flowing of a river. So they're saying if we were to break it down, not the translation, but what it literally means. My eye liquid is flowing, is what it's saying. The translation is my tears are flowing. So we will do this one. D hung ho hua young gun. So D hung ho qua young gun. D hung ho qua young gun. D hung ho qua young gun. Giskin.
I think the next phrase is more fitting.
Yeah,
Di
for you
hung
and for
ho,
Juju.
young gun.
La Juju.
Giskin el di hung ho. Kuyangang.
Stashkawas.
Di hung ho kwasyangan.
Afternoon.
Di Hung Ho Hua Hyung Ben.
Next up, we have Tlajuju Iskin Giskin's phrase. Claws. Claw. This one sounds like a gun. Loss. Oh. La Ju Ung Gin. We are never well behaved. So gum nun claw a gun. Las. Tlaju ungin. Gum nun claw a gun. Las. Tlaju ungin. Giskin. This is your favorite phrase.
Especially in chat. Again, las laju ungen.
And this is how Tlajuju got one of his nicknames.
Gun last leju ungen.
Um, Yankee nu dung sugan. Stashkawas.
Gumnung tla'agan las tlakju ungan.
Ta Alstanu.
Dam nang tla agan las tla ju ungen.
Okay, we're going to do 2 more phrases. Wait, Talon Nangsla. We're playing now, or oh, we're playing now. But in more modern terminology, I guess it's equivalent of put me in the game, coach. So wait. Oh, I need some phonetics here, don't I? Wait. Talung. Nong. Shla. Wait. Talung. Nong shla. Wait. Talung. Nong shla. Skin.
Wait, Talon, non sla.
Lajuju.
Wait lang nang sla.
This is one of the phrases that Lajuju forced me to come up. Stashkawas.
Wait talung nung sla.
Ta Alstanu.
Wait talong non tla.
So a follow up to that is the Hishki. The Hishki. I'm ready with no tense ending because this is how the elders would have said it back in the 1970s or whatever decade. But yeah, I remember the elders using this with no tense ending. Die Hishki, I'm ready. Die Hishki. Giskin. Find your microphone.
Oh, ge.
Oh, he's frozen. Jajuju.
Dihetski.
Stashkawas.
Die Hilski.
Ta Alstanu.
Ihitki.
It is now 1 o'clock. I have to write down where we finished. Hishki. So I want to scroll back up to the top. So Sunday ga lashtaau. Have a good week, everyone. Sunday ga lashtaau. How
Oh,
Oh,
wait, wait,
Oh,
gua, song the, Slauk Ing Song.
wait hogwa Dunk King Song. Bye guys.